Hello, I'm Sudarshana Starshine Star, and I'm so happy that you're here with me on this beautiful Good Friday. Yes, it's Friday, April 18th. It's 2025, and I like to start all of my clips with the three opening prayers that are in Sanskrit and Telugu, and they are short. It's the Guru Mantra, the Ganesha Mantra, and the Gayatri Mantra. I do this for every clip I do to bless, protect, uplift, and purify you, me, and this clip. Om, Om, Om. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam Tasmahi Sri Guruve Namaha. Om Suklam Bharataram Vishnum Sishivarnam Chatobhujam Prasanavadanam Dhyaye Sarva Vignopashantaye. Om Bhur Suvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhago Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Wonderful. If you're looking at this on my YouTube channel, you already know that it's the Dazzling of the Light, or you can just go to YouTube and type in at Sudarshana Starshine Star to access my well over 100 clips there on a variety of topics. It's pretty interesting and pretty juicy. Why don't you check it out? I also have a backup channel with the same name. It's the Dazzling of the Light, but you have to type in at Sudarshana Starshine Star 99. That's just in case. I'm Sudarshana _ Starshine Star on TikTok, and I'm also on X. And after my IG account, it's floating there in the IG atmosphere, but I'm blocked from it. So it's been several months now, and people are wondering, like, why aren't you posting on it? Well, because they did a very tricky thing of asking me to input certain codes, which they gave me, and I did it for like 45 minutes over and over again, and they kept saying, that's not the right code. It was a tricky way to get me off my account, because I was getting, it wasn't a large account. I had like over 1,100 followers, but nothing large at all. But I was getting like well over like 1.1 million views every 30 days, and several of my just single posts were getting hundreds of thousands of views. So they don't like truth tellers, and they don't like truth tellers to get attention. There you go. Happy Good Friday. I'm going to read something, and it's a treat for you. It's a blessing for you. I ask you to open your hearts and relax. Take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. This won't be a long clip, but this is a blessing for you. I'm reading from an amazing book called The Real Life and Teachings of Jesus Christ. It's by Sri Kaleshwar, Kaleshwar. He is my Swami, my Guru. He took his Mahasamadhi. He left his body in 2012 at the age of 39, but he's still very much around. And I studied with him for 15 years. And like I said, he's still very much around. So that's just the truth of it. These are his words that I'm reading. Smiling on the cross. The real beauty of Jesus at the crucifixion was there was not even one small tear. He was completely smiling. My Father is doing it this way. All the pain is going to my Father. I'm not getting anything. That is the real, real, real love. And there's a postscript here to read that when Yeshua was thinking and saying, all the pain is going to my Father, there's a footnote, both the mother and father were receiving Jesus's pain. Wherever the father is, the mother is. They're completely linked. Shiva and Shakti are inseparable. That is the real, real, real love. He had incredible powers in his hands. He had the strongest high abilities, supernatural powers. He could turn the nails into flowers. He could change the whip into a beautiful garland. He could do wonders. But he never used his powers for himself. He was always thinking about others. How can I help them? He never cursed anyone, even though they were screaming on him. Just simply his answer was smiling, simply loving them, simply accepting whatever energy they were throwing on him. Love, huge love. Of course, he wasn't a selfish person, so why did he have to experience the pain? Many thousands of people were crying for him. For their happiness, he had to prove his capacity. He couldn't do that if he took his own pain away. But once unbelievable divine love is flowing in you, then you don't really experience the pain. Unbelievable divine love was flowing from him. Then he didn't care about the pain he was facing. It didn't really hit him, even though it was still a kind of pain. Whoever comes in physical form, not only Shirdi Baba, not only Jesus, not only Buddha, anybody is under the control of the 5 elements. They have to surrender to the 5 elements. They have to accept the 5 elements' energy. They can't go beyond the 5 elements. Sometimes some part they can command on the 5 elements, but completely their whole body is made from the 5 elements. How to connect to God? You have to be honoring, respectful, have humbleness, a complete surrendering nature, and a big open heart. You have to become a man of love. When your heart is completely changing with huge love, God is your big servant. God is not like a big man, powerful, like wearing a big crown and diamonds. God is our slave. God is our servant. When is that? When your heart is completely open. No egoism, no jealousy, complete surrendering to Him. Then the divine power is in you. He is with you. When they were crucifying Jesus, there was a man with only one eye. When he was hammering the nails into Jesus, all of a sudden Jesus' blood came out and hit in his eye. Immediately his blind eyes started to see. He was so happy. Then he couldn't hammer one more stroke on Jesus. He asked Jesus, "Maybe you are so angry at me you will take back my eye if I make a second stroke on you?" Jesus said, "Do your dharma. Do your duty. Once I give my blood, once it touches you, I won't take back my power from you. Do it. Do your duty." Then he hammered the nail. Even though the people gave trouble to Jesus, his action was simply smiling and accepting. Simply smiling. Okay, do it. My Father is making you to do it this way. I'm so happy. He tasted the God power. He did unbelievable miracles. He knew the God power. That same God again gave different testing. But Jesus didn't command on God. He didn't get angry at the people who were crucifying him. He never used his power for his selfishness. Simply, just his heart was open and smiling and accepting. That is why he became the highest, most powerful master. Because of that, Jesus is love. Love is Jesus. Don't expect if we learn this mantra and that mantra and this and that mantra, we can get the power. We can become big healer. No way. You have to improve your love, purity, and divinity, and have a big surrendering nature to God, understanding between you and your family members and your friends. Then only you can be successful throughout your life. Power is not in your pocket. We can make money. We can make name and fame. We can get a beautiful husband. We can get a beautiful wife. But we can't get God without love. There is no power in you except God. If you have the power, it means it's only coming from God. It's not coming from you. Where did Jesus' body go after the crucifixion? After Jesus came back alive, what happened? Everybody thinks he disappeared to heaven with his physical body. I agree one part. Another part, I researched a little more depth. Certain things I discovered. Certain channels I studied. He ended up his life, the climax, in Khandana Yoga. Everybody thought there was no more. Then the real story started from there. They put Jesus' body at the cave. They put Jesus' body in the cave. They put him on the rock. They closed it with a rock. Then later on, he disappeared. What happened? Everybody's belief system is he went to heaven. Yes, he went to heaven to Penukonda. He went to heaven to Penukonda. We do have the clarity on that. And I want to interrupt this reading to say Penukonda is Penukonda Mountain. My Swami's ashram was in Penukonda, in front of Penukonda Mountain. Penukonda is in Andhra Pradesh state in southern India. So let me repeat this. Everybody's belief system is he went to heaven. Yes, he went to heaven to Penukonda. He went to heaven to Penukonda. We do have the clarity on that. At the time when Jesus was being crucified, some great divine souls were in Penukonda. They were watching as Jesus took the very strong dare step and did Khandana Yoga. Then they brought him back to India. His original place was in India. Original place means his power spot. His major power spot was in India. A majority of his students also traveled to India. A few of them also dropped their bodies here. Again he came and spent 12 years in the Himalayas, Badrinath, Kedarnath, Rishikesh, the northeast belt of India. There is some sculpture. It's written on the rocks, on the Badrinath and Kedarnath mountains. Then he traveled and stayed in South India, in Penukonda. He stayed for several years on the Penukonda mountain. A lot of people suspect a lot of things about where he went. Many people have belief system he came to India. He went to Kashmir. He went to Egypt. He went to this and that, and this and that. It's a fact he came to India for sure. We have the evidence of that. India is nothing but Jesus' karma bhumi. It is an old, 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 old grandfather to the whole globe. There's a purpose Jesus' power spot is here. That is why everybody can easily get success here. It was to create millions of powerful people like Jesus, really loving, understanding healers. Then there will be a purely Satya Yuga. And Satya Yuga means an age of truth, or what you can also call the Sai Yuga, the prophesied 1,000 years of peace and prosperity that we're entering into right now. This is me talking out. I'm saying that as an aside. So I'm going to continue with another clip from this, the following chapter, subchapter under what I've just read, and I'll give you a little taste of it. The subchapter title is After the Crucifixion in India. I'm going to read that and post that for Holy Saturday, along with some more things. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. And why not hit the notification bell? Why not join my YouTube channel? Why not join the backup one too? It's fun. Thank you so much for being here. I like to close all of my clips with a prayer in Sanskrit and Telugu that's very short. What I'm saying is God bless all beings in all worlds. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Yes, peace, peace, peace. God bless you and yours. I'm sending big love and hugs to you and yours. I will see you when I see you, and bye-bye for now.